Alright, gonna play some Bullet on Lichess.com. Just lost a truly horrendous game as my warm-up, where I hung everything trying to talk. But not gonna hang everything this time. Warm-ups work. That's the pretense. Gonna play a Czech Benoni. It's a structure I can play very quickly, and I think that is very helpful in Bullet. Could also play h5 there to play h4 and harass the knight. Gonna sort of build up for a6, b5, but only kind of fainting at it. This is an opening where you kind of do a lot of nothing. And have to be very happy to sit still and not do much of anything for a while. Which I am, of course, very happy to do. Play knight g5. Sort of hint at knight h3. I don't mind if they play h5. I picked this up from Ben Feingold. And again, just do a whole lot of nothing. I'm on their rook. Okay, we can trade that. Now, start to bring my pieces slowly back to the action. Not sure what to do with my f7 knight. I think that's my problem piece. Right. They have bishop b6 here. They probably could have taken on f6 at some point. I am not sure where my pieces belong, but doubling on the f-file seems both useful and to help knight g6 get played. Okay, gotta shuttle over and try to stop the pawn. This does look pretty bad, though. Try to trade queens and play knight e7 to d5 to harass the bishop. Can I take on f3? Right. I might have a little more going for me. Not sure that helped. They should check on the h-file. Let's block them queening. Sidestep the pin. That's with check. Threatening rook f2. Alright, and got them on the clock. Okay, 1 for 1. Gonna play a Sicilian, go for a Lowenthal. It is my bread and butter these days. And I can play it quickly, which is very, very important in Bullet, obviously. Even more important than it is in Blitz. Queen d1 and knight takes queen takes are the main moves. Here I can play d5 because I have knight b4 after. If knight takes, I have to exchange first, but then I can do the same thing. Now here, I don't think I'm in any rush to grab the pawns. So I'm going to, I guess, go into an opposite bishops where I think I'm a little better because their pawns are a bit worse than mine. d3 and d5 are both targets, and they don't really have a target in my camp to go for. Okay, I'll keep my pawn. Maybe play f5. I'm going to play rook f8 just so if they ever play g4, I can maybe play f4. And make sure they never have infiltration on the 7th. Am I getting my bishop trapped? Yes. This was horrendous. Okay, I'm very lucky. I can keep my bishop. Let's get the king to h6. I want to play bishop h7, g6, bishop g8, I think. Did this do anything? I'm just hoping my bishop's a little more active here. King f6 is a good way to get mated. Okay, let's play king f8. Maybe b6 and a5. I am low on time and in trouble. But I am threatening to take on e7 now because their bishop's off the diagonal. Just trying to play fast. This is pretty bad at this point. But hoping for rook g4, but they've made this turn. They missed it. Alright, 1 for 2. Good opponent. Too slow. Beaten on the board as well, but I think my main focus should be the clock, especially when I haven't played Bullet on stream for a while, because I think the hardest thing is getting up to a functional speed. I should have played knight d5 maybe. Yeah, when they play knight c6, then you definitely want knight d5, because it controls the f4 square, and they don't have c6 immediately to eject the knight. They have to spend a few turns to do it. Now I have the c-file, and I can probably counter back with f4. I think I'm going to take here, because they don't right now have bishop takes due to g4. So I think they have to take back pawn, and then I'm going to play d4 and try to break up their center. I'm also on c6, which I maybe should have taken. Let's focus on c6. Maybe swing around to target d6. If they play d5 in general, like, I just feel their structure is a little soft. Like, it looks good, but it leaves all the dark squares open behind it, and their light squared bishop isn't very good. Do I want to trade dark squared bishops? I think I do, because I think their light squared bishop is pretty bad. Alright. I like the idea of pushing b5, undermine the d5 pawn. Alright, for now we'll just solidify, maybe play queen c2, go for a4. Ooh, shouldn't have allowed e3. Now this gets scarier. Okay, I'm going to keep this as solid as possible. I'm hanging the d4 pawn, which is a serious problem. But maybe I can hold on long enough to clock them. That's plan A, as Jan Gustafsson likes to say. Alright, I can take that and then take here. And I guess I'll take. And I have time to get in the way. Alright, let's try to punish with speed. I should not be running this way because it's easy to get my king mated. I'm going to be too slow. Yeah, and not good enough either. Alright, 1 for 3. Bullet's hard, man. Especially when talking. Gotta stop using excuses. Okay, we got a 2600. And gonna try to play fast. Play this knight d5 move again. I think it's strong. Bishop g5 is now good because they don't have h6 due to tactical reasons. Alright, queen d2 seems useful. Where's the rook belong? Maybe c1, maybe push b4. Okay. I guess I can take here and then take on d4. And then I guess expand. Probably play b3 at some point just to make sure I never hang anything. Maybe rook d1 so I threaten e5. Never care if this bishop's traded off. It is not as good a bishop as it looks. Alright, e5. They had a point. Okay, let's make a check. See how they react. Maybe play... Oh, I don't want king f2 because then their queen can come in. Alright, let's line up with their king again. Threatening e d6 because it's check. Okay, might be losing a little control of this position. But e6 still comes with check, and I'm not sure where their king goes. That's checkmate. Alright, beat a good player. Played a decent game. 2 for 4. Okay, I'll play a reverse closed Sicilian. Sort of a King's Indian now. Maybe I'll play g5 if they play h5. Maybe I'll play h5 myself, because they're not good at occupying the weakened square. Play a5 just to make their pawns a little slower to advance. That seems very bad. Now they can't make any progress on the queen side. Well, the king side is my part of the board. So I'm going to start pushing there. Maybe bishop h6, get an eye on g5. Probably just going to take the knight if it comes there, yeah. Okay, that seems not so smart. Take g2, come back to e3, bring the other knight to f5, keep a knight on this great e3 square. Let's bring my queen in, threaten queen g3. Grab the rook. Ah, don't grab the rook. Good point. Okay, let's bring the other knight in. It's nice when all your pieces get to enter the game. Okay, I'll take queen to keep my knight defended. If they play knight e4, I have queen g2. Okay, let's just come back with the knight, because potentially I'll lose it if I leave it there. Gotta play quick. Try to evict them. Okay, I'll give a pawn back to simplify the position a bit. They're going to play bishop c1 check. And I'm going to bring my other rook to f3. Maybe rook f4. I'm up so many pawns, I don't mind giving back a little. Gotta go faster, though. I'm gonna give this up for speed, because they have to stop pawns on both sides of the board. That's not the way to do it. Alright, I'm gonna make sure to pick up their pawns just to make no losing chances. And we got them. Okay. What am I at? I don't know. I think I'm down 7 rating. Let's do this by rating, because I expect to play a little longer. Gonna play an exchange Slav idea, bishop d3. If they play bishop d6, I like to take and go for a stonewall. I saw someone play this against John Bartholomew a long time ago, and they absolutely crushed him, and I thought it was just very impressive. And ever since then, I've thought, not a bad idea. Alright, I guess I'll take here, and then here. King h1. Keep my bishop. I don't know. Alright, let's come to d3. Maybe swing to f1 if they attack it again. Ooh, I should have played rook g2 so I could double. That would have been a better way to support the pawn. Okay, let's evict the knight. I should have saved my knight last turn, so I'll try to save it this turn. Okay, I guess I gotta go all in for attacks because I'm gonna lose the c3 knight. But the attack looks pretty good. I guess take here first, and then take f6. And I threaten rook g8. So they probably have to move their bishop. And then maybe I play rook g7, and I threaten bishop g6 as well as queen e7. But they'll have checks in that case. Okay. They did move their bishop. Okay, rook g8. Let's go queen d8 and just grab the queen. That seems the simplest way to win this. Actually, I should have played queen c5 checkmate there. Let's hit the knight away, and now try for the queen c5 checkmate. And we got there. Alright, now only down, I think, a couple rating points, maybe 3. Let's play a new opponent. Gonna play another reverse closed. Ah, we're playing against a Botvinnik. Alright, I'm hitting the c4 pawn. I'm gonna play a quick h5, h4. I think a lot of players find that kind of annoying to handle. Maybe insert the knight. Because they can't trade at this instant with their knight, so they'd have to give up the 2 bishops if they want to trade, because otherwise they walk into a fork. Solidify the pawn. Try to break up their center a little, and also it gives my knight a better square in f6 than it would have otherwise. Or might have. Okay. You can do the trade. I want to keep control of e4, and for some reason they allowed it. Queen a4 check's a little annoying there. They probably should have gone for it. Bishop e5 seems like a nice square. Their knight has d5, but my bishop has e5, and that seems reasonable. Just got to make sure I don't fall for knight e7, so I'm going to play rook e8 next, if they go to d5. I don't get this move. I don't think they want to trade their knight for my bishop in general. I think their knight's very good. Alright, let's make a useful securing move. Also, it would improve my pawn. I really want to find some way to blast through. Right, I'm going to play king g7. I think that seems useful. And then queen f3, thinking about bishop g3. Ooh, it's so tempting. Alright, let's try it. Queen g3. Now they can't block with the queen because d3 falls. Okay. Check. And maybe here. Threaten h4. Okay, we can swap everything. This is not a hard one. Maybe a5, just to make sure they don't have anything over there. Alright, nice. Playing okay. Before a bullet session, when I'm taking it seriously, I like to commit to a repertoire, so I'm going to stick with the same lines because I feel very comfortable in them, and that way I don't second guess when I'm playing in the opening. Okay, I kind of like to get a cramp with f5 and then just play g4, g5. I feel like I can just take this. Everyone wants to give me pawns. I don't want to allow the trade of light-squared bishops anymore, I don't think, because once I've pushed my kingside pawns this far, I can get a little loose over there, and having the light-squared bishop makes me feel a lot safer. I'm going to play queen e2, prepare bishop e3 with b2 defended now. I feel like I should have something sneaky against that queen. But I don't see it, so I'll just make a solid move. No need to do anything. Keep everything under control. Okay, now I can switch to controlling the d-file. Maybe play g4 at some point. I'm not sure. Okay, I see a problem with that one. Alright, got a bit lucky there. Try to see if I can run up into the high 25s. Would be nice. Until about a week and a half ago, my all-time peak was 2567. But I've been playing very well, and that peak has gone up to 2614, which I'm very proud of. Okay, this is one of them touchy-feely types of positions, given that white has not tried to do anything particularly ambitious, but can slowly build up a Roy Lopez type attack. It's not that this shouldn't be taken as a serious try. I think I will take there and try to play d5. If they play g5, their pawns get so broken up. Okay, I guess I'll take and play e4. I feel like that's a useful wedge, and the d4 pawn may prove a little weak. Maybe play like bishop d6, bishop c7, queen d6. It's very slow, but I'm not quite sure how they stop it, and they're potentially weak on that diagonal. This made sense for them. This was a reasonable try. I'm going to play a4 to get the knight to c4. And they still have to always worry about potential queen d6s. On b2, let's play queen d6, just keep them tied down. Maybe knight h7 to g5, hit f3. I could take on g5 first if I don't, or e3 first if I don't want to give them the option to take, but I think I will give them that option. Because I like my c4 knight. Let's play queen f4, just bring my pieces close to their king, think about e3. e3? Let's go for it. Because they can't play f3 because the knight on g3 hangs. Now I hit their queen. Maybe 3 check. And that's queen. Okay. Got to make sure not to hang any kind of mating ideas. Because there are a few in the air, so I'm going to play f6. Then maybe run with my king. They're running with their king. Where are they going to go, though? Okay. It's a pin. Or this. Okay, I'll take this. Ah! Didn't realize I was so low on time. Ah! What a terrible one to lose. Ah! I did not pay enough attention to the time there. Okay, that's a shame. Also, my last attempted pre-move was not a smart one, given that their bishop was fairly likely to return. If queen e7, if knight e there, oh, maybe they can just grab here. Alright, I'm going to play queen e7, and then take on e4. And I think this should be okay for me. A little scary on the e-file, but maybe I can play bishop e6 and try to castle queenside quickly to get out of the pressure there. And then I've got some pressure on d4 myself. Might play h6. Yeah, let's play that. Huh. Fair enough. Okay, I'll take this and play queen b4, because I think I need to get my queen out of the way of my bishop, and this was the way I saw to do so. Man, that last one hurt. That was a bad game to lose. I threatened bishop takes e5 because I have pin on the d-file. Okay. Maybe queen a4 is a little annoying. Still threatening bishop e5. Okay, they did see it. Taking e3, maybe c3. Maybe bishop f5 is coming for me? Yeah, let's hit the knight. Huh. I'm going to play queen b6, hit b3, and think about bishop b4 type ideas. Admittedly, they are now all gone. Bishop seems good on e4. Okay. Where's your knight going? Hit b3. Take b3. Oops. Alright, the game has entered the panic phase. They might play d5. Okay, let's pin it. Alright, got there in the panic phase, but we did enter with a time advantage and a lead on the board. So I feel comfortable about that one. Not going into super depth on this video, just trying to get in and record a bunch of bullet games, because I've been playing mostly blitz, and I'd like to get a little more in the form of bullet. Gonna not, fix their pawns for them. Ooh, that's a good move. Yes, I've blown this opening. Okay. I've blown it real bad. Maybe bishop g4 comes with tempo. We can pretend that helps rescue me. Ah, maybe it does. I have knight d3. Ah, they took that way. Smart. They should take this rook. Yeah. I always forget that you can't see which rook I pointed to. Maybe queen e6, hit c4, and also g4. Alright, we'll make a threat. It's a little tricky for them to defend this now. They can't play f3 because of knight e3. I am just going to take on f2. I don't really see... Yeah, so they didn't find a way to defend it. I think they played a really nice game for a bit. I just then got some counterplay and they collapsed. Okay, gonna play someone with more points on the line. Ah, strong opponent, and I have a lifetime 50% against them. Okay, I usually play the exchange against the QGD. Okay, we'll go back to good old Botvinnik's. Everyone loves the Botvinnik. No one loves the Botvinnik. But it's a more interesting system than, say, the London. Okay, I think I'll play h3. Seems a useful waiting move. Now play knight d5 once they've played knight c6, so they don't have c6. I like bishop g5 here just because a lot of people think they can play h6 when they can't, because I have knight f6, bishop f6, bishop h6. Queen d2 seems useful. f4 seems a useful time to strike, hinting at f5 when their bishop lacks squares. Just going to centralize, make some improving moves for a while. They clearly haven't found what they want to do, so I'm going to, not make any big statements about what I want to do either. Might have left f4 a little loose here. Ooh, that's a good point too. Alright, I'm going to just go back. in my habit of waiting, I may have waited a touch too long here. I think I'll take e5. And I hit a g6 here. Now I hit b4. Their pawns seem a little looser than mine. Maybe not. Maybe this is the time for a4 because they can't take. And now they have to worry about that passed pawn forever. And I think this is a pretty riskless opposite bishop endgame for me. Like, I get to push and they get to suffer. Huh, clever. Alright, I'm gonna swing over and try to win it over here with my a-pawn. Yep. Should get the pawn on a5 first, then come to c6. Keep my pawn. Ah, have I blown it? Alright, got them in time. Ooh, 0.1 of a second left. Good win. I feel good about that one. It's possible I had better than to go into this opposite bishop's endgame, but I'm really pleased with finding a4 once they played bishop c3, because this pawn is just permanently going to make any endgame difficult for them. And, you know, I think what you want to do, and especially in Bullet, is not always like find the win, but find a move that creates some kind of permanent static advantage that makes their position hard to play. I don't like playing g3 in these lines. I think black equalizes very easily now. I don't like my position very much. I'm glad they don't have an e-pawn. It's much better if they have a c-pawn, not an e-pawn here. So it's not a complete disaster. My bishop is pretty good here. It makes a lot more sense to trade it off for them than it would in a normal Botvinnik kind of position. a3 seems useful. I can't play rook c4 because of knight a5, but I do want to try to apply some pressure to their queenside. Ah, no, not there. I'd have queen c8, I think. Ooh, interesting. Okay, they don't have c4 yet. So, I guess I'll take and play rook b1. Interesting game. Okay. I have the connected pawns, they have the passed pawn. I don't know what to make of that. I'll make a threat. Not a very big one. Maybe get behind their d-pawn. And now switch targets. Okay, that defends d3, which is lucky. Alright, come back. Maybe play king g2. Queen c6 check to f3 I should play if I get the opportunity. I didn't. I still don't have a check. I'm going to go back and forth for a turn. Queen g8 maybe? Queen h8. Alright, I'm playing this too slowly. Too slowly. I'm gonna play queen g4, yeah. Ooh! Lucky me! Alright, well, I tried to make moves I could make quickly, but I thought I was dead because I had, I think, 4 seconds, or 1 second to 4 seconds here. Alright, be back in a sec. Okay. We've made it to 2570. Can I get to 2575 on stream? That'd be pretty cool. Even if it took clocking people and not winning positions. Alright. Here I like knight f3 to attack their pawn quickly. I'm not sure I can play this. They might have d4. But I don't see... They don't have queen d5. Maybe they should try d3 here? Okay, I'm going to stop them, because I don't like them being able to break up my pawns that way. We'll question that bishop, because it's annoying. Alright, I don't have e4. I don't know what to do with my pieces. Let's play a3. Let's defend the pawn. Alright, they have some attacking prospects. Often bishop f4 looks really risky, but is less risky than it looks. If they play queen d6, though, maybe it is that risky. I'm not sure. I'm going to play rook g1. Just try to get the rook to the g file. Maybe knight d2, though now if they play queen d6, I don't really have a way to defend the pawn. So okay, knight f1, maybe knight g3, queen d2. Okay, gotta take. And gotta make room for the king. Ugh. No, this was the wrong way to go about this. Yeah, this is not a good square. Alright. It's all about getting your king out, you know? Gotta develop that king. That's not great. I think they should have just taken on h1. I'm gonna play, I don't know, I guess bishop g2. My king doesn't have squares, so I'm gonna play e3. They can take on g2, but then my queen now defends g4. e3 was helpful. Maybe I should have played e4. Prevent them getting squares. Okay, try taking that. Can my king run? Trying to run. Knight e4. They have f5, then I have rook g2. So they're going to sack. My rook's defended. Okay, gotta defend. Maybe queen e2 next. Right, this is check. Let's try queen e1. Boom! Well, that was a defensive miracle. I'm sure if we check some position around here, the computer's going to be very unhappy. And I think also I handled the position really badly after taking the pawn. I wonder actually what the move is here. So black can kind of get away with this. Yeah, they got a lot of compensation. So, yeah, these kinds of positions I've seen. There's also a queen b6 here. Yeah, that's the main move. Computer isn't suggesting it here. Okay. Let's keep going. Try to make her run at 2600. It's hard. It's very hard to get to, but can be done. Would be cool to do in a stream. Yeah, I think playing for d5 is a good way for black to play against this, and I have mistimed the opening, though they should have played d4 and not given me the chance to play d4. Can I play e4? Probably not. But I want to, so I'm going to try it. Knight g5. d4 is the problem. Okay, can't do it this way. Had high hopes, but not validated. Okay, now I feel I can regain. I do surrender the d3 square, but hopefully they can hang their queen on d5 for me. That would be very nice. They did not oblige. Alright, I'll come back. b3, try to force the action. It did not force the action because their knight's defended. Ooh. Where's my queen belong? Not sure. Okay. Bishop b3, put some pressure on, maybe thinking knight b5. Alright, they prevented my idea. Centralize my pieces. And good thing too, because otherwise c3 would be undefended now. Sometimes just centralizing is just such a good lucky instinct, even if you don't see the need. I have a threat. Maybe I'll come into e6, maybe I'll play something like queen h4. Gonna delay everything, or queen h5. But though that would force me to give up some material. I will try it. Probably wrongly, as it turns out, because they have rook g7. Yeah. They can take on g3. Yeah. Now I'm going to play check. And come back to defend g3, just to stop sacrifices there. This is shaky. Okay, I can just take that. Alright, and they're out of time. 2 points. Inching up. I think I played the opening pretty badly, and the resulting middle game not so well either. But, you know, hard to put together a well-played game of Bullet. Alright, go for a Lowenthal Sicilian if I get the chance. Try to trade the queens and play for a quick d5. Bishop c4 is an odd move. I play b5 and knight d4 and just try to trade off their bishops at my leisure. Put some pressure on e4. Alright, well this is a pawn. You say it isn't a pawn. You're right. Maybe it is a pawn. Yeah, let's say it's a pawn. Now they want a quick rook d1 here. I'm going to play king d7, because I think my king is actually a really good defender of this pawn. I like knight d5. Hit the bishop and the f4 pawn. Just grab all the material. Maybe play d5 next. And then support. Maybe look to play d4 sometimes. Maybe play a5 and a4. I'm not sure where I shouldn't be expanding, so I'm kind of trying to expand everywhere. Maybe e4 check. Where's the king go? The king can't really approach because my knight controls a lot of good squares. I am giving up d4, and they might be able to occupy that. Gonna grab another pawn. I think this will be annoying for them. Maybe knight c5, try to come into d3. Because that looks like a, juicy square. Cuts off their rook forever and hits b2. You know what? I'll just defend it. I don't see why I should not be maximally greedy. Yeah, maximum greed. Maybe coming to c4. Now that wins a rook, so that's nice. And threatens potentially rook d2 type moves. Maybe e3, because rook e4 looks like a big threat. Yeah. Okay, nice win. Good win for the Lowenthal too. Let's keep going. Only 18 points away from glory. I'll probably stop after my next loss, because this, I think, has been going on a fair stretch. How long have we been going? 37 minutes of Bullet. Ooh, didn't mean to open a new tab, sorry. FM Starlord 006. Okay. I played A3 and B4 a lot in my youth. I came up with my own name for it. It was the Milicic. I don't know why I thought this was such a brilliant name, but I really thought it was. You can ask anyone who knew me at the time, and I was quite insufferable about it. I'll play e4 at some point, especially now that they've castled kingside, and try to shuttle my knights over to g6. My bishops are well aimed at their king. I think I have some nice attacking potential here. And I don't see how they collapse my queenside. Is h5 worth them throwing out? I think so. I'm going to play g6, king g7, and rook h8. And say, I think I have an attack. I'll come back to f5. There is the line, knight f8, no mate. And my opponent may be adhering to such. I think I can take. Tempo. Okay, fair enough. What? I thought they had knight takes d5 because there was a pin. They didn't go for it though. I'm going to play rook c8 just so I can give up the rook on c3, and then play bishop b4 if I get worried about their pin. Now, gotta go faster. Where's my attack? I don't know. Don't know. Trying to come to f3. Ah, that hangs f6. Ugh, and that hangs the queen. Alright, Alright, this will hang the rook, but hopefully they don't notice. It was with mate, too. It's not good. Alright, they missed the rook hanging again. Might have a chance to clock them here. Yeah, okay. Lucky me. Not deserved. Obviously, I have a wonderful position before I sacked a pawn, but I didn't know how to do the attack, so I wanted to open some lines. Okay, the computer says not so hot, but okay, knight h4. This makes sense, but where's my threat? Say they play c5, okay. Bishop b8, say they play b6. Close the queen side, it doesn't matter. How do I win on the king side if I'm given infinite time? Queen e6, rook b1, and the idea for eventual breakthrough is knight g2. Alright, so if they played a little more sensibly, I go for this knight h4. Say they play rook e1 with the idea they had in the game of knight f1. Okay, so the attacking plan is knight e6 anyway, because this is still a crushing attack with knight g4. Yeah, and if they take, bishop takes, comes to f3. Okay, so the critical attacking idea here was knight h4 and queen e6, and definitely not h5. Okay. Got a shot at 2600 on stream. That would be sweet. I guess not on stream, but recorded. Okay. Good old English. I play exchange QGDs. I guess I have to play bishop f4 because they quite wisely did not put the knight on f6, avoiding some of the more annoying lines. And now this tends to reach very dull positions. Maybe I'll play knight e4. Nope. Maybe I'll play for e4. It breaks up my pawns. Nope. Alright, well, I'll play to get rid of their knight. Everything I want isn't happening. QGD, so solid. Okay. Maybe they have b5. Alright, I'm just going to swap that, go for c5. They can actually play like queen f5, knight g4, and just mate me. I'm pretty worried about that, actually. How do I deal with that? Let's try to trade queens. Oh man, what a desperate play. Okay, let's just try to distract them and hope they don't remember the king side matters. They might be remembering. Okay, let's play f3. Ah, this has gone so very wrong. Trying to play like king g2. And okay, let's kick the knight. Okay. Queen seems okay there. Alright, we can swap that. Ooh, gotta worry about queen h3. We'll try to swap a pair. I might be threatening e5. Occasionally that's going to get him. Clearly not this game. Alright, rook c1. Maybe line up against c6. Okay, what you got? Queen e5 coming, and I might trade queens. Okay. Let's hope they don't take that pawn. They didn't. Alright, threatening g6. Too slow. Let's keep going. Man. I feel like I had that one. Ooh, I have trouble with this player. Let's try to do something odd against them. Okay, this is no longer odd. The reason I have trouble is because they're a system player. And I have a incredibly bad record against certain types of system players. Alright. I think you play bishop d3, knight e2, and then you can play c4 and knight g3. I think that's what the cool kids do. But clearly, I am behind on the clock and not entirely sure what to do on the board. So I'm just going to throw my pieces forward and hope good things emerge. Alright, I get it. There's a pin. Okay, I see. Okay, I'll take that. I can retreat. Ain't never been afraid of retreating. On bishop f5, I have... okay, didn't need to. Just gotta go fast against this guy. Man, he gives me problems. I'm on g7. Okay, maybe play queen g4. Okay. Alright, this is, I think lost. Yeah, super lost. Maybe they'll hang some kind of f6 mate. They won't hit my rook this turn, so I think I can safely pre-move this. My king's actually pretty safe there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, super duper lost, but... Ah, that's pinned. Okay, well, that's just... yeah, too slow. Okay, well now that we've lost a bunch in a row, I feel I've got to continue. Really have trouble with that guy. People who can play their systems really quickly, and like the system is solid, like there's not a clear breakthrough that you can play for, I always have trouble with in Bullet. And I think I do much better against players that, you know, try to handle the opening with a little more oomph to it. It feels just a little awkward for them. Maybe knight e5 coming. Yeah, you can do this. Yeah, should not have gone for this. Okay. Okay. Now there's no attack problems, and I think I have quicker access to the vulnerable squares than they do. Because it's easier for me to stick a rook on the c-file than it is for them to get anything remotely near the f-file. So I like my position now. That helps my pawns. I'm just going to take things. If f4, I can take d3 with check, so I have time to defend f7. I guess I'll take and defend f7. Maybe I should have played e5, not sure. Now I will. Okay, what about e4? For the idea, if you take it, I get c2. And then g2. You get some things as well, I admit. Okay. Get my rooks as active as possible. Oops. Threaten mate. I bet they play check. No. Curious. Okay. Let's start trying to set up a checkmating now. Alright. Let's push my f-pawn. Huh? That's funny. Okay. Gotta be quick. So here you wanna hope you block checks. Yeah, alright. Got there eventually. 25-72. Maybe I'll go for an hour stream. Frustrated by this player. Tilting in advance. Alright, well, that was lucky. Let's open a file. Castle opposite ways, maybe make some initiative that way. They just know, man. They know what they're supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What's sneaky? Is queen e4 at all sneaky? Threatening rook e5? No, not really. Okay, idea rook c7. Maybe bishop d3. Let's play rook c6. Keep bishop d3 in reserve. Okay, bishop d3, make a threat. And I'll take on a6. Okay. Let's force rooks off a different way, as if it makes any difference. But pretend we're doing something, you know? Ugh. Threaten f7. I'm going to bring my king over to where there are fewer checks, I think. And then try to push a passer. Yeah, did I get him? Alright. Low on time. Really have trouble with that player. And we hung a bishop in the opening. But did get them. If you're ever playing me, though, play some system like the kind of Philidor Lion type thing, if we're playing Bullet, and I'll just be too slow at finding a plan. Very good strategy. King f1's obviously a mouse slip. I don't know that I get a ton against it here. This is a very slow, Roy Lopez-y type game, because I'm probably going to play e5 at some point. In fact, I think I'll play it now. Because I thought they might want to shut things down, and if so, maybe I'll play for, you know, a King's Indian, knight e8, and then f5. Yeah, let's keep pushing. I don't want the queen side open. Yeah, love seeing that side close. Now I just have a free hand to do whatever I want on the king side. I think I do have a bad habit that I often allow slightly too much to close down. Ooh, no I shouldn't. Alright, I want to keep my bishop. Should I play f3? Now I can't. Alright, so now we're going to build up the h5 push. I'm going to get the king out of the way. Maybe just really far out of the way. They got the same idea. Maybe I should have gone for it while their king was still somewhere over here. But just build up a big h5. Hopefully it hits hard. Come into h2. Maybe bring the other knight to h4. Make sure everything's defended, except my rook. Oops! Alright. Had a nice no-risk position, and now I'm just down material. Brilliant. Okay. I still think this is low risk. They're going to bring over the bishop to e1, and then they're going to take. But even then, how do they make progress if I put my bishop on g5? I'm not going to win this game now, but if their rook's not on h1, they have no possible sacrifices they can make with it either, so I can pre-move as well. I guess their rook's on f1, I can't pre-move. Yeah, they should keep their rook on the h and f files because I have to play slower. Okay, I'm going to go back to pre-moving. I'm going to say, you've dawdled too much. Now I will punish. Yeah. I think I managed it. Alright. And we're back to, you know, within a shout of 2600. Go for the exchange. Alright, they let me play the bishop g5 exchange, which is a little more sting. I've been playing it recently with bishop d3, queen c2, an early h3, just to keep them on their toes, and then castle queenside, and go for g4 next. a5, they're not yet threatening anything. If they play b4, I have knight a4, so they should play a4. Now, I should play king b1. No, I shouldn't. Now they have b4, b3. I needed to play, no, I'd have knight a4 there. That's okay. Okay, I'll take here. I'll play my knight into f5. I always forget how to handle the queen side. Okay, now a3 and knight a2, and it's hard for them to get a break. I'll play rook c1. Ooh, can I take on c6? Let's try it. Okay, let's offer a queen trade. Never go wrong with a queen trade, in my opinion. One nice thing is if they ever play a rook c8, I have knight e7. Okay, I missed it. Wait, what? They brought the other rook there. I am a fool. Okay, after that complete mind-melting delusion, hopefully they move their c8 rook so I can play knight c6. Alright, I don't know why they're giving me quite as much as they are, but I'll take it and play for the g-file. Okay, no trades. Still no trades? Maybe I can come to g4. Maybe that's another life, but you know, you can dream. Okay, I don't want to allow bishop f5. This is a bad way to allow it because they have knight d4 here. Not allow it, I mean. Okay. Now I lose everything. But, you know, what you gonna do? It might have all been lost a long time ago. They should throw in queen d2. Ooh, that works too. Yeah. Alright, I can safely resign this. Man. I thought for some reason they had to play a rook. Did they rematch me? Yeah. I thought for some reason they had to play a rook e to c8 and then knight e7's winning, and instead I just hung a knight. I was very confused. Okay. We'll get the same line we got last time. Or not. They can play f4, I go to g6. Here, I kind of like letting them trade. I know it's not correct, but I remember I was talking with a 2400 friend. And he was saying, you know, there's this kind of like bad player that just anytime they get a knight to d6, they feel like they got there. And I am that bad player. I just feel like this square, what a delightful square to put a knight on. And when I get that knight, I feel happy. And I'm wrong. I should not feel as happy as I feel. But I just feel like I achieved something. Let's make a check. Maybe f5? No. e5? Is e5 so crazy? e5's a little bit crazy. Alright, come back with the bishop, then play e5. Of course, I gave them the chance for e5, so this is minor disaster. I think I have to look to undermine their pawns soon. How to do so? f6, e6 looks pretty ugly. e6, d6 looks pretty ugly. Let's put my pieces such that they'll make even less sense. Okay, I'm going to take that pawn because exchanges mean nothing in blitz. And I have spent, or bullet, and I've spent way too much time. Okay, looking for e5, f5. Okay, they were not kind enough to allow it. Let's defend the e-pawn. Okay. Gonna stay on the principle that hopefully exchanges mean nothing. I'm gonna just keep my center. My knight's good. As we all know, exchanges mean nothing. Who cares that my king's over there? I play for checkmate. I'm gonna play queen d2 next. Maybe queen e2 next? They're going to go to f3. Okay. We'll play this. My pawns are pretty good. Yep. Alright, my pawns are still pretty good. Alright, they blundered this. Now I actually get a queen. Try to go to squares they might want. And we got them. Alright, wow. Technical rook and, king and pawn endgame at the end. Surprised I got away with that one. Though my pawns were very good. Exchanges are, you know, if you can get a good outpost for an exchange in a time control like this, you have good chances. Alright, I think we're going to see a repeat of what happened last time. Hopefully, I don't hang the full knight, because the position got a lot worse after I hung a knight. Okay. Now here, there's not yet threatening b4, so I can play knight f5. Just got to take a sec to think about it. So queen a5, I believe, is the main move. I'll open the g file. And after queen a5, okay. I'll still play on the g file. Okay. Oh, they are threatening b4 now. Ah. Okay, well, I'll make a threat. And then I have to do something about the impending b4. Okay. They were okay with this trade. But I feel like they don't really have attacking prospects without a queen. I'm not threatening c6 because they'd pin my queen to my king. Maybe knight f4 to h5. Where's their king going? Alright, they didn't allow that. Maybe queen d1 to g1. Idea to come to g5. Okay, I'll take this because it's with tempo. Okay. I come to g4. There was a way if I went to g5 too early, they'd have knight e4 check, so I'm kind of glad they threw in the knight e4 first, because it meant there was no way for me to blunder my queen. This was a silly way for the king to go. Now I break up their pawns, and then their defense is pretty hopeless. Let's check again. Check here. Maybe come to e4. Okay, cool. Man, not finding a clean finish. Knight d7 was good. Now I threaten queen b7, followed by queen b4. Okay. And I think I can handle this one. I'm gonna just grab all the pawns, no risk. I'm lazy. I know. Alright. Do this the safest way possible. And we're only 11 points away from 2600. How long have I been streaming? Over an hour. Long stream. Okay, well, we're going for it. We'll play till we lose or till we get 2600. Yeah, that's something different to do. Let's play knight c6. I know I said I should keep a consistent repertoire. I think knight f3 and knight c3 are a little better. Now I can undermine the center pretty quick. And I think have decent shot at an early initiative. What am I supposed to do here? I think castles. Idea just to take on f3 and d4. Pin it. Okay, we'll back up. I've played this a little wrong. I'd equalized and now I think I'm a little worse again. Alright, we're just going to centralize all the pieces, make moves that probably aren't mistakes. Knight b5's annoying. d5's annoying. Okay, they missed it. Maybe go knight d5 next if I get a chance. Okay, I now have that chance, so I'm going to go for it. They can take on h7. I'm hoping me taking on e3 is fine. Okay. Is knight f4 useful to me? Sure, why not? Alright, I'm a little ahead on the clock, so That's nice. b5. I bring my knight to d5, I think. Seems a good square for the knight. They could try to lock my queen out of the game with knight e5, which might have been smart. I'm not sure what's going on here. Can I take? No. Okay. It's complicated. What's going on? Alright, no mates. Sit the rook, and once the rook moves, I can take on e5, because there's no back rank. Unless the rook stays on the c file, so they'll probably keep it on the c file. No, they didn't. They're low on time, so I'll play a move that I know doesn't get me mated. Or did it? Real close, but it did not in time. Okay, well, a horrible blunder at the end. But now we're playing for 2600 on stream. And it will be an exchange QGD, I think. Which is not an opening I have a lot of affection for, because it is far too double-edged for my tastes. I am a nit at heart, as they would say in the poker world. And this line is not nitty. Alright. They're not threatening anything yet. Just every turn, gotta make sure. I think I can get away with knight f5. Alright. I'm gonna play king b1. I can still take on a4 if they play b4. Okay. Ah, I hung my bishop. What am I doing? Bishop takes e7 the whole time, just sitting there. Wow. Too focused. I've now hung a piece twice. This might not be the opening for me. Alright, gonna play b3. Think about taking on c6. Knight's good on c5. Or pretending the game isn't hopelessly over. Yeah, man. Rook c1. I guess we're playing on the c file now. Alright, gotta go real fast for the rest of the game, I think. Because if I don't win on the clock, I'm definitely not going to win. Okay, this looks terrifying. But they don't have rook c8 because if queen takes c8. So I can take on d5 if... Oh my god, what am I doing? Alright. We gotta keep going, but new opponent. I'm tilting a bit. Just hang a piece in the middle of the board and then hang your queen. Brilliant. Brilliant. Alright. Good old Botvinnik. So the hook is the c5 pawn, so I'm going to play for a3 and b4. I like to take when they bring a knight there, because I feel their best piece for a square is d4, and now it is occupied with a pawn. But I think they are playing well. I'll play bishop b2. Okay, now I can take. Can I not? And then take on b4. They're playing so quick. Alright. If bishop d3, then that's good. They should play bishop d3. Right, make a check. And defend everything. And ideally, we're up a pawn. Okay. Still scary. I'll take on b8. Bishop's not really pinned, but I'm hitting d6. And let's pretend the bishop's pinned. We'd all feel better if the bishop was pinned. Wasn't pinned. I guess I have to take. I don't know. I feel more uncomfortable here than I think I should. Just haven't gotten any of my pieces into the game. Okay. Let's just start moving up pieces. Rook f6 losing? It's close. It's close. Bishop b5 there. I should have played bishop b5, I think. Now I just have an extra pawn. Miracle. Right, I'll play king f3 so they don't have an infiltration. h4, knight c6, they cannot take. You're saying you do have an infiltration. Okay, gotta defend that. Let's play a3. Play here. Now my knight's actually, like, trapped, if they wanted. They did not want. e5's would check. Gotta get to b6. Got that defended for now. Do I get the win there? I don't deserve the win there. That should be insufficient mating material. Okay. In with a shout for, 2600 if we can string together a couple wins. This is not a good way to get into this kind of Smith-Morra, but I think they should have just taken on d4 there. I think white taking there is fine. Alright, I guess I have to play d5, pretend it's an e5 opening. But my king... Can they play rook e6? Yeah, they should have played rook e6. This is a thing, isn't it? So I should have played queen d7 to not allow this. I have to take back king. They go there. Man, this is disaster. Okay, let's hope I'm not busted yet. G5? They don't have any knight checks yet. Alright, I'm going to take on g7. They do have knight d5. I threaten g2 and d5. Okay, sweet. Alright, we're playing for 2600 on stream. Can we get there? We have the white pieces. Probably get another Botvinnik. Okay, I don't. We will not get another Botvinnik. I'm going to harass the bishop, just because I think it's funny to do so. They think it's funny to sacrifice, so we're all amused. Okay, I'll take it. Sure. Drive away the knight. Really try to drive away the knight. My bishop's on f2. I feel like it's a bit safer. Alright, let's get my knight to a safe square. Alright, I feel like they're tilting pretty hard if they're going with this kind of garbage. They can play knight e5 now. Yeah. Fair enough. And their tilt is working. c3, knight f3, bishop d4 coming for me. f1, idea knight d4. Maybe rook h4 as well. Start with rook h4. Hit the queen. Alright, let's get rid of that annoying knight. Man, I just want to play normal chess. Don't want to play these tilt wars. But okay, I think it's all very promising. We're on their queen. We're going to play rook f8. It's all good. Bishop d6 was better. Okay, found a way to grab the rook. Let's come back. Let's take the pawn. Now they can't defend it. Alright, 2600 on stream. I probably commentated less than I usually do, but I am incredibly pleased with this result. It's very hard to play while talking, and 2600 is a damn good rating.